Hi and welcome to Electrical Engineering Planet. And in today's video we will continue working on stopping the motor or braking the motor by a plugging method. In the last video we were using a DC injection to stop the motor. But in today's video we will use another method, which is changing the direction of motor to stop the motor. Here, as you can see, this was the method of DC injection. This was the main contactor, and this was the contactor who is responsible for injecting a DC current to the motor to stop the motor. And this was the centrifugal switch who is working when the motor starts rotating, and it will return back to open when the motor has a 0 RPM, stop working and has a 0 RPM. Now we will create a simple change on this circuit. We will first delete this part of the circuit which is responsible for a DC injection. Now we will connect this circuit to the motor by interchanging two wires to the motor. So for example, if this contactor was connecting L1 to U and L2 to V and L3 to W, here L1 will be connected to V, L2 will be connected to U, and L3 will be connected to W. So as you can see, this contactor will make what? Will make a changing in the direction of the motor, which will force the motor to stop. When the motor stops, this centrifugal switch will detect that and will open the circuit. We don't prefer this method of braking the motor, which is called the plugging method, because it can cause a deformation for the shaft of the rotor. But we will use it here. We will use the same control circuit. As you can see here, this is our main breaker, and this is stop switch, and this is our overload, and this is a start push button. This is our contactor, main contactor, and this is a latched contact. Here this centrifugal switch will work when the motor starts working, but this will be open until the motor stops. When the motor stops, this centrifugal switch will be closed because of the inertia of the motor. The motor will still rotating because of the inertia. So this contactor will work, which is used to make a plugging or rotate the direction of motor, which will cause the motor to stop. When the motor stops, this centrifugal switch will open, because if this switch doesn't open, the motor will start rotating anti-clockwise or in the reverse direction. So let's simulate our circuit now. So let's now simulate our circuit by closing this circuit breaker and this circuit breaker. Now if we start the motor will start rotating in a clockwise, in a specific direction. But what if now we stop this motor? As you can see, this centrifugal switch is working now because the motor is rotating. Now when I open this stop button, the contactor will stop working, but this centrifugal switch will keep working because the motor has an inertia, so the motor will keep rotating until it stops. So now this contactor will work and cause the motor to rotate anti-clockwise, which will cause the motor to stop. So now let's test it. And as you can see, now this contactor is working, which will cause the motor to stop. Let's see it again. As you can see, this contactor is working now. When I stop the switch, this contactor will start working and the motor will have a torque anti-clockwise, which will cause the motor to stop. When the motor stops, this centrifugal switch will detect that and it will open. So that was the second method of braking an induction motor. So consider subscribing in Electrical Engineering Planet channel to support our community. Also don't forget to share, like, and let knowledge enlighten your world.